Everyone wants that perfect suburban dream, close enough to the city but far enough to breathe. Wake Forest promises this balance with its top-rated schools and charming downtown. But here's what most people don't realize. This isn't just another bedroom community with cookie-cutter homes and chain restaurants. You've probably heard Wake Forest is one of Raleigh's top suburbs. But seriously, homes on larger lots, top-rated schools, and Falls Lake's 38,000 acres of outdoor paradise just minutes away. And what if I told you Wake Forest maintains a crime rate of just 17 per 1,000 residents while growing at 3.5% annually, proving you can have both safety and exciting development in the same community? Today, I'm walking you through this gorgeous suburb to tell you why this isn't just another overhyped suburb, it's the real deal. Let me paint you a picture of what makes Wake Forest so special. Nestled just around 15 miles north of downtown Raleigh, this town gives you that perfect balance of small town feel with a big city convenience. You're close enough to tap into everything the Triangle has to offer, but far enough away to enjoy a more relaxed pace of life. Now you might be wondering, Brett, what about the commute? Well, for most Wake Forest neighborhoods, you can reach downtown Raleigh in about 30 minutes via US 1. And something most people don't realize is that Wake Forest connects you to so much more than just Raleigh. You're literally 5 minutes from North Raleigh's shopping district and restaurants, making everyday errands and date nights incredibly convenient. For RTP commuters, I-540 gets you there in about 30 minutes, which is comparable to driving from many other parts of the Triangle. And for frequent flyers, Raleigh-Durham International Airport is just a 30 to 40 minute drive, depending on traffic. But what sets this place apart is how the town is growing with intention. Local officials aren't just letting development happen, they're actively planning for it with infrastructure improvements that preserve the town's character while enhancing connectivity. The Rogers Road Extension Project, for example, is already making crosstown trips so much easier for residents. The natural setting here is also something I fall in love with every time I drive through. Gently rolling terrain, mature oak trees, and pockets of preserved green space give Wake Forest this unbeatable feel you just can't find in newer and developed communities. Speaking of special, wait until you see the historic downtown area that's becoming a major draw for new residents. But before we talk about that, if you're finding this tour of Wake Forest helpful, I'd love to be your guide to all things Triangle real estate. Tap that subscribe button to get inside everything you need to know about the Triangle community with the kind of details that you won't find on listing sites. I don't just show you pretty houses, I show you exactly what makes each community special, from the hidden walking trails to the coffee shops where locals actually hang out. Subscribe now to be a part of my Triangle Insider community, and trust me, in this competitive market, having insider information makes all the difference between getting your dream home and missing out on it. Beyond this prime location, living here means that you'll constantly feel amazed at how this town has managed to create a genuine community feel while still giving you all those modern amenities you'd expect in a bigger city. Remember how I told you about the historic downtown area? This is honestly one of my favorite spots in the entire Triangle. This isn't some manufactured town center built last year, but a real deal with historic buildings, mature trees, and that authentic small town energy you just can't fake. And then you've got the Cotton Company, this incredible marketplace where over 50 local artisans and small business owners sell everything from handcrafted jewelry to custom furniture. I would even say this is the Wake Forest difference. Supporting local isn't just a catchphrase, it's built into everyday life here. This community-centered approach extends to the schools as well, which you'll see when I share what makes the education system here so special. Now, if you're someone who values community events, Wake Forest is going to blow you away. Friday Night on White happens monthly during the summer, where they close down the main street for live music, food trucks, and the kind of neighborhood block party that most places have lost. You'll see families with strollers, teens hanging out, empty nesters enjoying wine, everyone comes together. But what gets me excited is the Meet in the Street Festival in May. This isn't just another small town event, it's a massive celebration with over 20,000 visitors, multiple stages of live music, and local vendors lining every inch of downtown. And it's over there that you'll find the best Carolina barbecue. Speaking of food, Wake Forest restaurant scene has exploded in the recent years. Bodega Tapas Wine and Rum serves Spanish small plates that would hold their own against any Raleigh hotspot. For breakfast, the Lemon Tree Cafe makes these incredible blueberry pancakes that people literally line up for on weekends. And if you're a coffee lover, Wake Forest Coffee Company is where locals gather, work remotely, and catch up on town news. But what truly sets Wake Forest apart is the perfect balance of outdoor recreation. E. Carroll Joyner Park Park is a 117-acre paradise with rolling fields, historic farm buildings, and a performance garden where they host summer concerts. The 2-mile paved walking loop connects to the town's greenway system, which is expanding every single year. Falls Lake is another game changer. It's literally 15 minutes from most Wake Forest neighborhoods, offering 12,000 acres of water for boating, fishing, and swimming, plus miles of shoreline trails. Whether you're an avid kayaker or just want a peaceful spot for a Sunday picnic, having this natural resource so close is incredible. That's not all. The healthcare access here is also outstanding, with places such as WakeMed North just minutes away for emergencies, while Duke and UNC health facilities provide specialized care without requiring a long drive. For day-to-day needs, there are multiple medical practices right in town, including the new UNC Physicians Network office that opened last year. And the town offers tons of social opportunities that span every age group and interest. Young professionals meet up at White Street Brewing Company for trivia nights, families with kids pack the sidelines at Heritage High School football games on Friday nights, and active adults join everything from pickleball leagues at Flaherty Park to volunteer groups at Renaissance Center. But what I love most about this town is how it grows with you through different life stages. It's the kind of place where you can start out in a townhome near downtown, move to a single family home when kids come along, and eventually downsize to one of the active adult communities, all while keeping your favorite coffee shop, your trusted doctor, and your circle of friends. But we will discuss more about this later. First, I want to tell you something that really gets me excited about Wake Forest: the schools. If you're moving here with kids, this is probably top of your priority list, and trust me, it's one of the strongest selling points in the entire triangle. Wake Forest is part of the Wake County Public School System, which consistently ranks among the top districts in North Carolina. But numbers and rankings only tell part of the story. What makes these schools special is the culture they've created, this perfect blend of academic excellence, passionate teachers, and community involvement. Jones Dairy Elementary is a perfect example. They've got their own STEM showcase, and you can even see second graders explaining how they'd engineered a mini water filtration system. There's also Heritage Elementary that has this amazing Genius Hour program where students get dedicated time each week to explore their own interests. For middle schoolers, Wake Forest Middle and Heritage Middle understand exactly what these kids need during those tricky years. Both schools have robust elective programs that let students discover new passions while building confidence, and Heritage Middle's band program is pretty impressive. The high schools, Heritage High and Wake Forest High, are where you really see everything come together. Both offer extensive AP and honors courses, with students regularly getting accepted to top universities across the country, and programs that explore technology, where you can even get an internship at one of the local tech companies. These connections to the Triangle's tech industry feed into the strong local economy I'll discuss later, with median household incomes reaching around $120,000. But here's what I love telling my clients about Wake Forest schools: it's not just about academics. These schools build character. The Heritage Huskies and the Wake Forest Cougars have strong athletic traditions, but they emphasize sportsmanship alongside championships. The community service requirements aren't just checkboxes. Students get genuinely involved with local causes. For families looking for alternatives, there are excellent options as well. For example, you've got Franklin Academy, a highly regarded K-12 charter school with focus on character development and rigorous academics. And then there's Thales Academy that brings a classical curriculum with emphasis on critical thinking. And for families with specific needs, there are specialized private options like St. Catherine of Siena Catholic School and Rejoice Community School. When it comes to higher education, Wake Technical Community College has a campus right here in town, offering affordable pathways to degrees and career training. And being in the Triangle means you're within easy reach of major universities. NC State, UNC Chapel Hill, and Duke are all within a 30 to 45-minute drive. So whether you've got a kindergartner who's just starting their educational journey or a high schooler looking toward college, Wake Forest schools provide that strong foundation families are looking for. And that's not just good for your kids, it's a smart investment in your home value too. So if you want more information on resources and information on schools in North Carolina, comment schools below and I'll send you guys a link to my favorite resource that you guys can use too. Let's talk about real estate and cost of living. Most people think Wake Forest real estate is out of reach, but what if I told you that it's actually one of the Triangle's best values? But this town isn't just a single housing market, it's a collection of distinct neighborhoods, each with its own personality and price point. The median home price currently sits around $520,000, which might sound steep if you're coming from outside the Triangle, but let me put this into perspective for you. For that same budget budget in Cary or North Raleigh, you'd likely sacrifice square footage, yard size, or proximity to amenities. In Wake Forest, that median price typically gets you a 4-bedroom home with a spacious yard in a neighborhood with community amenities. Now, where to look? If you love character and walkability, the historic district near downtown offers stunning homes from the early 1900s with front porches perfect for evening conversation with neighbors. These properties start around $500,000 for smaller cottages, and you can exceed $1 million for larger historic homes that have been beautifully restored. For new construction with all the bells and whistles, communities like Heritage and Traditions offer homes from the mid $400,000s to $700,000s. These neighborhoods include amenities like swimming pools, tennis courts, and walking trails with HOA fees typically ranging from $50 to $150 monthly, depending on the community. If you're looking for more affordable options, the Youngsville border area offers newer communities with prices starting in the high 300s. And for those seeking luxury, places like Hazen Tree feature custom homes on large lots, some with golf course views ranging from $800,000 to over $2 million. But what makes the market here so special is the strong appreciation. Properties here have consistently outperformed many surrounding areas, averaging 5 to 7% annual appreciation over the past 5 years. This isn't just speculation, it's backed by solid growth factors, including limited inventory, strong schools, and strategic development that preserves the town's character. Speaking of development, Wake Forest strikes that perfect balance between growth and preservation. The town has thoughtful zoning that prevents overcrowding while encouraging smart mixed-use projects like Downtown South, which blends retail, dining, and residential spaces. This approach helps maintain property values and community appeal. Let's talk about the rental market, which is incredibly strong right now. Investment properties in Wake Forest typically yield 4 to 6% returns, with particularly strong demand near downtown and close to major commuting routes. One of my investor clients recently purchased a duplex near Seminary Street for $425,000 that generates about $3,500 monthly in rental income. So while housing costs run about 30% above the national average, other expenses help balance things out. Utilities in Wake Forest typically run 5 to 8% below national averages thanks to efficient energy infrastructure. Groceries at places like Harris Teeter and Publix are comparable to other Triangle communities, though the seasonal farmers market can save you significantly on fresh produce. Property taxes are another bright spot. Wake Forest rate sits at around 1.17%, which is lower than many surrounding communities. For that median price $450,000 home, you're looking at annual property taxes around $2,300, which is quite reasonable given the amenities and services the town provides. Remember those beautiful parks and greenways we discussed earlier? This is how the town maintains them while keeping taxes reasonable. Healthcare costs in Wake Forest benefit from the competitive Triangle medical market, with rates about 7% below national averages. And transportation costs can be substantially lower for those who work locally or in North Raleigh, saving both money and commuting time. The economic foundation here is rock solid. Wake Forest isn't just riding Raleigh's coattails, it's now creating its own economic momentum. The median household income here is approximately $120,000, reflecting the professional demographic drawn to this area. What I love telling my clients is that Wake Forest offers that rare combination of strong appreciation potential and excellent quality of life. You're not just buying a house, you're investing in a community that continues to enhance its appeal while maintaining its character. For first-time homebuyers, empty nesters, or families looking for more space, Wake Forest delivers value that goes beyond square footage. It's about lifestyle, community, and smart investing in a place where your home can grow in both memories and value. Now that you guys have watched this far, Wake Forest shouldn't be just another dot on the Triangle map. It's a community that truly has it all, and I've watched it evolve over the years, growing thoughtfully while preserving the character that makes it so special. So if you're thinking about making Wake Forest your home, or if you're already here and considering a move, I would love to be your guide through the process. The Triangle real estate market can move really quickly, and so having someone who truly understands the neighborhoods can make all the difference. You guys can email me at hello@davisonmaine.com and let's talk about what you're looking for. But before you go, if you are not sure about living in Wake Forest proper, check out this next video where I tell you everything you need to know about the best neighborhoods to live near this incredible area. I'll see you guys in the next one.